Yo YouTube, it's your boy Premier, back today with another banger. And in today's video we're going to be going over this Giannis glass cleaning finisher new demigod center build. First things first though, before we get too far into the video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, make sure to turn the post notifications on so you don't miss the next banger. Getting straight into the video, I will be going over as well the best badges and what I recommend attribute wise to start off with this build. Straight into the build though, you need to go ahead and make it a power forward. A lot of people are going to think, okay, it's the best center build. No, this year the best center builds attribute and badge wise are at the power forward position, so go ahead and make it a power forward. Jersey handed number is all up to you, of course, that is your preference. It's 34 though for Giannis. Straight into the skill breakdown, I had to go through a lot of these skill breakdowns and ask myself, you know, Giannis can do so many things on the floor. A red and blue, you know, came to my mind at first. Hall of Fame finishing, Hall of Fame defensive. I even thought about maybe like a BP kind of build, like, you know, I looked at the slashing for the yellow and blue because he can drive, he can dunk, he can play make, you know, he can do everything. But I even looked at the red and green, you know, a shooting and defensive, but the dunking was way too low. Giannis is known for being able to dunk the ball and play good defense. His jump shot is not all there. You know, I looked at the red and yellow, but I had to go with the pure red just for the way NBA 2K21 is when I'm trying to put Giannis on the floor in NBA 2K21 in the park in competitive scene. You're going to need the pure red. I will go over that a little more later in the video and why that is so important, but this is also a very important thing. A lot of people, when they make a center build, you know, it's a huge, it's not even a secret anymore. You don't need strength in NBA 2K21 unless you're going to be going against like a post scorer. Unless you're making a twos build. This build here is definitely more for the threes, more for pro-am, more for the competitive side of NBA 2K21. So make sure you choose the pie chart with the most speed, most acceleration, and most vertical. The stats on this build are demigod. Like, once you do everything that you need to do for this build, getting straight into the attributes, max out the standing dunk, max out the driving dunk. You can, don't max out the driving layup yet, max out the close shot next. Then you can max out the post hook. But honestly, you know, when I'm looking at this build, when I'm thinking of Giannis, I want him to have a driving layup, but in order to get the most badges, put the post hook to a 44 so you get 16 finishing. That is going to be plenty of finishing badges for this build. On to the playmaking. Giannis cannot shoot the ball. Let's get real. You know, don't try to shoot with this build. This build here is not a shooter. It's going to be like a playmaking, dunking, defensive demigod that can stop a guard that's speed boost glitching, stop any center in the paint, snag any center. This build here is going to be a demi when it's all said and done. You can create your own shot, put the ball handle down to a 51 though, so you get the maximum attributes. You want to be able to max out all of your defensive, every single extra attribute. You could get like one extra finishing badge. You would not be able to get extra playmaking badge or extra shooting badge. So I went ahead and put those extra attributes into the defensive, so that way this build, when it hits 99, will have defensive stats in the 80s, and then it will have, of course, 99 block, 99 offensive rebound, and 99 defensive rebounding. Also, when I think of Giannis, you know, I'm trying to imagine which is best to find build. Burley, I feel like it's really between these three, but for what I'm going to be doing to this build, I went ahead and decided between Built and Burley, and I chose Burley. Burley is the best body shape for any type of center build. You're going to need Burley to set the beefy, big body Miyagi's on the screen. But onto the height, this is very important. You know, a lot of people are going with the 6'8" blob build. My demigod 6'8" glass cleaning finisher, I love that build, but the wave now is looking like the 6'10". When you really see the attributes, you know, you could even look at a 6'11", a little tall for me. I still want to be focused on my speed, acceleration, and vertical. Go 6'10", minimize the weight. Basically, you want to drop the weight exactly down to 200 pounds. That way you get a 77 speed, 76 acceleration, 87 vertical to start out. That's going to end up 85 speed, 84 acceleration, 95 vertical on this build. It's looking like a demigod center build. I'm telling you, you don't need the strength this year. Max out the arms, of course, so that way you end up with a 99 driving dunk, 99 offensive rebounding, 99 block, 99, just 99, you know, 99 all across the board. And you'll get contact dunks. You'll end up with an 88 driving dunk at 99 overall. On to the takeover. You can go rim protector takeover. For the comp side of things, I had to choose glass cleaning takeover. See, the future is 2 comp and current gen. As you can see, you have a glass cleaning finisher. This is hands down one of the best competitive center builds in NBA 2K21. But from here, it's straight into the badges. I'm going to be going over the best badges for every category in this build. Of course, if you do decide to test this build, max it out at 99 overall. Next, on to contact finisher. From here, it's all about your playstyle. You can go like relentless, showtime, slithery. In my opinion, these are the 3 most important badges: contact finisher, slithery, and showtime. The next 7 upgrades are really up to you and your playstyle. When I'm thinking of Giannis, I kind of think of like a pro touch, fancy footwork. You know, honestly, I might not have enough finishing badges for this build. Giannis literally needs like fancy footwork, giant slayer, pro touch, relentless, lob city. Giannis needs a ton of finishing badges. But for the competitive side of this build and what you need in NBA 2K21, you really don't need that many more finishing badges. When I think of Giannis, he has almost every finishing badge in the game. But what I decided to go with: lob city, showtime, slithery, relentless, contact, and bronze pick and roller. Onto the shooting badge upgrade. There's only 3 you should look at: hot zone hunter, hot start, or slippery off ball. It's really up to you and your playstyle. If you're playing 2s, maybe slippery. If you're going to be playing 3s, hot start is a really good badge. Maybe even sneak in the hot zone hunter. It's really just your preference there for the 1 shooting badge. For the playmaking though, you're going to need gold quick first step, at least bronze bailout, and then you can do bronze unpuckable, bronze downhill. It's really all you and your playstyle. I honestly want to do like a gold downhill, gold quick first step, but you at least need the bronze bailout. Honestly, if it came down to it, you could cut the unpluckable, but you're going to at least need that bronze bailout. This right here is honestly what I'm going to end up running: silver downhill, gold quick first step, bronze bailout. That is comp on the playmaking badges. This is arguably the most important part of this build, is these defensive badges. It's really up to you, your playstyle. It's what I always say. These are the badges that I recommend though: Hall of Fame chase down, Hall of Fame intimidator, Hall of Fame rim protector, Hall of Fame rebound chaser, at least silver box, sneak in the heart crusher, maybe Hall of Fame interceptor. This is where we start talking playstyle. Hall of Fame heart crusher is very OP in this game. Maybe a little silver pickpocket as well. Upgrade the box, drop the brick wall to gold, play around with the clamps, maybe get a little lightning reflexes. It's up to you and your playstyle what you're going to be doing in NBA 2K21. If you're on the 2s, if you're on the 3s, if you're playing Pro-Am, there's a ton of different badges you need to run. Honestly, if you're in the comp stage, if you're playing Pro-Am, any type of competitive NBA 2K21, you're going to at least need a sneak trapper in there, at least on bronze. That way you can trigger the animations. But honestly, the Hall of Fame brick wall is looking comp on this build. This build is going to be setting weaker screens already, so I feel the Hall of Fame brick wall will kind of make up for it. But these, if I'm not mistaken, are the final badges I ended up running on this build. I did gold box out, silver clamps, gutted the pickpocket. Really not going to be reaching on the ball that much. I'll be getting most of my steals in the passing lanes on this build. Hall of Fame heart crusher is just too OP to deny. There's so many different combinations. Whatever combination you like the best, just pause the video there and run that for your build. If I'm not mistaken, this is the badge setup that I would end up running for this build. I took off the heart crusher. You know, it's very OP, but you at least need 3 blocks or 3 steals to get heart crusher active and have their whole team cold. If you can do that in a 3s or 2s game, definitely do that. But I feel that badge is meant more for Pro-Am, just for it's more of a long-term effect badge. Those are the final badges I end up recommending. But from here, it's straight into the attributes. A lot of people started requesting this part of the video, so I decided to throw this in. Let me know if y'all like this, if y'all want this in every build video, or that was just for the boot camp. I'm going to try this out here in this video. this is how I would start out. This is how I'd upgrade this build. Max out the standing dunk, max out the driving dunk, max out the offensive and defensive rebounding, max out the block. From here, you really have 97 badges, I mean not badges, but attribute upgrades to play with. You can upgrade the lateral quickness, interior defense, perimeter defense. You could max out the steal, or if you really want to go for that Giannis feel, you can still speed boost glitch and get open with this build. This build has a 45 ball control, will end up with a 49, but you can speed boost glitch and get open at any time with this build. These are the final attributes I recommend. Let me know if you like this build. Let me know if it's a dub. Let me know if it's an L. If you're loyal and if you watch this all the way through, comment down below. Giannis is a demigod. Like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn the post notifications on. It's your boy Premier. I'm out. Peace.
It's getting hard to keep composure. They keep trying me. I came from nothing. Now they bumping my songs overseas. I remember when I first started. They do